Hello, today we're going to be decorating biscuits to put on your Christmas tree. Okay, first thing you have to do is make your dough, and you'll find the recipe for that if you follow the link on this page. I've made mine, and then you need to roll it out. Now a tip, which is I only discovered quite recently, if you get some cling film and you put one bit of cling film down and then put your dough on top of that and put another bit of cling film on, then you don't have to use any more flour, which makes the biscuits taste a bit tough. And then you roll out between the cling film like this, and that way they're easy to pick up and you don't get any on your rolling pin. Much simpler. So once you've got it rolled out to just a nice thickness, not too thick but not too thin, because we want them to look really pretty, take the first bit of cling film off and then get your cutters. Now I've got two cutters here. I've got a Christmas tree, because it's for Christmas, and my very favourite shape, a star. So I'm going to cut out a couple of these. So first of all, make sure you get the right side. There's a sharp side and a not so sharp side. Much easier if you use a sharp side. And you cut out your star, and then you cut out your, and you can do lots and lots of these. And then when you've finished doing them, you can roll out your dough again. You can put it all back together, put it in a big clump, put it on your cling film and roll it out again, so you can get lots and lots and lots of biscuits from this. So I'm just going to show you the ones I've cut out here. There's my Christmas tree, and here's my star. Now when you've got enough of these, you put them on a baking tray and bake them in the oven, and you'll find the temperature for that in the recipe. So that's stage one. Okay, so here's ones that are already baked now. Here's my Christmas tree, and here's my star. Now, I don't know if you noticed something that I forgot to tell you in the first part. Can you notice, if you want to hang these up on your Christmas tree, it's really important that you put a little hole in the dough before you cook it, because if you try to put a hole, here's some I made and I forgot to put the hole in. If I try to put a hole in that now, because it's a biscuit, what's going to happen? It's going to break, isn't it? So to do that, a really good tip is to use a straw. And then with the straw, when your dough is still squishy before you put it in the oven, just put your straw in and wiggle it around a little bit, and you'll get a nice hole that then is great for putting your ribbon on through. So that's the next stage. So here's my biscuits. Now they're looking a bit boring and a bit bare, aren't they? So what we need to do now is decorate them. So first thing you need to do is make your icing or get your icing. And I bought some, but you can also, and this is really good stuff, if you get stuff that says royal icing, the good thing about that is that when it's left out in the air, it will dry. And what you need to do with that is you need to put it in a little bag like this, or you can buy piping bags already made. If you've got some greaseproof paper, you can make your own. I'm going to show you that now before we go on to the next stage. So to do that, you get a big piece of greaseproof paper like that, and you fold it so that you get a nice square. So after that, you need to cut out one of these triangles from your square. I'm going to cut this out very quickly to show you. It doesn't have to be very carefully cut out, but you need to have a nice triangle like this. There's your triangle. So then you keep the tippy bit at the top, and you fold it over very carefully like this, and then you wrap it round, and it should just all come together a nice pointy bit. Can you see my nice points at the bottom? Doesn't matter again if it's not absolutely together. And then all you need to do is fold it over, put a little cut in it like that, and it'll stay like that. So in here, I'm going to put my icing. Now this is white icing. If you can buy this in different colours, or you could get some colouring. Here's my icing, and I don't got to put very much in because I'm just going to show you one biscuit. So I'm going to pop a little bit in here. Come on. Ooh. Just put one more bit just in case we haven't got quite enough. That's all we need for now. There we go, pop that over there. And then just fold it over so that it all stays in one piece. And fold it down, and there you've got your icing tube. Now, there's a little tiny bit of icing coming out there, but we want it a little bit more, so we're going to cut a little bit off here, just a little bit, so as we've got a nicer bit coming out. That's perfect. Okay, so then I'm going to get my icing. Here's my star, And this time I'm just going to put little bits all the way around like this. Now, it's just really like doing a bit of drawing. You can do whatever you like on here. I'm just going to show you a nice simple one. And again, you can do this in lots of different colours. There we go. Just get this done really quickly. You might have your own very special pattern you want to put on here. I'm just going to do these just now. Now, there we are. There's my star. It's still looking a bit boring, isn't it? So let's add something else. I've got here some silver balls. Now, these are not a very good idea to eat. I'm just saying, if you've got very little children in your house, it might be a good idea not to let them have these, because they wouldn't do you any harm if you eat them, but they're not really meant for eating. They're okay, but they're a much nicer sweets, aren't they? So what you need to do with these is, well, I'm just going to put a few on here to make it look very pretty and sparkly. There we are. I'm just going to put one on every point, but you could put them all over if you wanted to. There we are. That looks better already, doesn't it? And then I'm going to choose a bit of ribbon and put the ribbon, oh, one's fallen out. There we are. And then through the hole, all you need to do is thread your ribbon. Here's one I've done earlier. There we are. I've done that with lots of, there we are. That's the star. Now, to do your Christmas tree, much more exciting. You can make a Christmas tree look really sparkly and put lots of baubles in it. Again, I'm going to get my icing and I'm going to pop little blobs. This time I'm going to do little stripy bits all the way down. Just imagine you were doing a little bit of drawing. Easy peasy. There we go. And I've got, these are really nice. If you get these ones, they've got chocolate inside them. Really yummy. And I'm going to put some out here and choose all the different colours. As you can see, I've got blue ones and yellow ones and green ones and red ones. And I'm going to pop them on here just to make them look really lovely and Christmassy. There we go. Just keep going with this until you've filled up your Christmas tree with lots of baubles. It's a bit like decorating your Christmas tree at home. Yeah, there we go. And then here, maybe another one up here, and another one here, and what colour will I have here? Green. There we are. There we are. Now if you've got stars, you could put a little star on the top. I've got some here, they're very, very tiny, so you can hardly see them. But I'm going to show you them because they're so pretty. There we are. There they are. Can you see them? And I'm just going to get my fingers and see if I can sprinkle some of these all over the Christmas tree to make it look even more sparkly. There we go. Now if you want to do these and you haven't got any of these things, you could just buy little tubes of icing, and they come in lots of different colours, and then you don't have to bother with making your bag, you don't have to bother with buying some separate icing, and then you can just decorate them like that. Here's another one I've done, and there's my finished one that's already dry and all ready to go on my Christmas tree. Okay. Now if you think, oh, I don't think I could cook, I don't think I could make any, you can buy lots of different shapes, little biscuits in the shops, and then you could just decorate them yourselves. The only problem with that is you won't have the holes in them, so it'll be a bit harder to hang up on your Christmas tree. So if you have a go at making these, they're really easy. I'm sure if you've got an adult to help you, you could make some delicious biscuits, and then you could put some on your tree and eat some as well. That's what I'm going to do. Have fun with these. See you next time. Bye.